डे 2 क्लास के लिए लेट होते हुए
नहीं हो रहे हैं लेट।
9:30 की क्लास है, 9:30 की क्लास 9:15 हो रहे हैं
नहीं हो रहे हैं 9:15
और पहली क्लास है हमारी
नहीं हो रहे हैं 9:15। मैं बताता हूँ टाइम क्या हो रहा
प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट की।
है। 9 बजने को 4 मिनट है
भाई
और 15 मिनट में पहुँच जाएंगे हम कॉलेज। 9:15
क्लास बहुत दूर है।
नहीं है, इतनी भी दूर नहीं है।
हाँ पहली क्लास है हमारी प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट की। शायद ये 2 गवार लौंडे आज प्रोफेशनल बन जाए।
2 नहीं, 1 तू
दो नहीं है।
जबरदस्ती गा रहा है।
तू कितना रूड है तेरे को सबको पता है। हेलो
वो गवार थोड़ी होता है।
सब कुछ चेंज करेंगे ना वो। और तेरे को नॉर्थ साइड में क्या बढ़िया लग रहा है?
नॉर्थ साइड में यार इट्स लाइक द स्टूडेंट कम्युनिटी, स्टूडेंट हाउसिंग जस्ट आउटसाइड द कैंपस। ओके, सो देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ जॉब opportunities as well, but the main thing is you get to interact with students on a 24/7 basis. रात को 1-2 बजे भी निकल जाओगे तो भी कोई ना कोई तो क्या 1-2 बजे तक बहुत ज़्यादा जनता होती है। किसी से भी बात कर सकते हो, कुछ भी कर सकते हो।
हम बता कैसे इंटरेक्ट करते हैं लोगों से? जिसके पास कुत्ता होता है ना उसके पास पहुंच जाते हैं। पता
तो है अब पैशन हमारा कुत्तों का है भाई। आई लाइक डॉग्स, आई लव देम। डॉग कोई दिखता है अच्छा कुत्ता तो हम चल जाते हैं बात करने की, भाई क्या है।
चलो क्लास पहुंच के बात करते हैं। 15 मिनट से वॉक कर रहे हैं, अभी तक नहीं पहुंचे अभी तक। और बंदा कह रहा है 5 मिनट का वो है।
इतना झूठ हो रहा है, इन्होंने तो 5 मिनट बंद रखा और उसके बाद फिर से
अरे
stop कर
यार
दिया। अबे
अबे झूठ नहीं बोलना चाहिए, पता है?
झूठ मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ,
झूठ नहीं बोलना चाहिए।
अब 9 बज के 2 मिनट
अभी
तो
तो
6 मिनट हुए हैं, उस टाइम 8:56 हो रहे थे।
झूठ
सब्सक्राइबर्स का मैं अपने सब्सक्राइबर्स को चूतिया नहीं बनने दूंगा।
पीछे ट्रिविया चल रहा है। स्ट्रॉ जीती और फिर क्या जीता?
हैंड सैनिटाइजर।
दिखाइए हैंड सैनिटाइजर।
सुन नहीं रहा है।
दिखाइए। और रीयूजेबल स्ट्रॉ।
क्या
रीयूजेबल स्ट्रॉ
नंबर चाहिए?
इसका रूम नंबर चाहिए तेरे को?
प्रोग्राम एडवाइजर का भाई, प्रोग्राम
मम्मी भी
एडवाइजर।
देखनी है यार क्यों?
हाँ जी, प्रोग्राम एडवाइजर का ढूंढना है, क्या बात कर रहा है तू?
ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे लड़के देखने नहीं आया ना तू? ठीक है। और
अब है जो इसने सफेद जूते पहने थे और काली सॉक्स पहनी है तो वो ठीक नहीं है, वो ठीक नहीं है।
ये लड़का दुखी हो गया। दुखी क्यों हो गया बता दे सभी लोगों को। बता तो दे।
मैं बताने वाला था।
मैंने अभी को बोल दिया ये कूल लग नहीं रहा। ये अपने आप को अंग्रेजों से कंपेयर कर रहा था तो मैंने नॉर्मल बात बोली, तू इतना कूल लग नहीं रहा। और लड़का सड़ गया, कह रहा तूने मेरी पूरा दिन खराब कर दिया। देख तो लेते रहो। देख तो ले, छोटी छोटी बच्ची हो क्या? यहाँ पे सब इतना महंगा है ना, इतना ज़्यादा महंगा।
क्या
मुझे लग रही है भूख बहुत तेज है। अब मिनिमम $8 कुछ है ही नहीं। 8 जा 640, 650 रुपये में इतना सा खाना क्यों खाएगा कोई बंदा? भाई अमेरिका मूवीज़ में अच्छा लगता है, रियलिटी में बड़ी दिक्कत है। एटलीस्ट स्टूडेंट लाइफ में सोच समझ के आना भाई। अगर किसी चीज़ को सच्चे दिल से चाहो ना, यहाँ मिल जाता है। भूखा घूम रहा था, चाय पार्ले जी बहुत आ गई। और चाय भी नहीं,
चाय पीता ही नहीं है।
और चाय भी इतनी मस्त बनी है,
तू तो चाय पीता ही नहीं था।
प्योर दूध की चाय, मजा आ गया। और तृप्त हो गया, तृप्त करिए साइन।
पेन नहीं है भाई।
This is according to my knowledge, okay? So I may not be, don't quote me, or I'm not Wikipedia, but so Christ followers were one. So they were one, and so they were followers of Jesus Christ. But somewhere down the line, there was this rituals that became more important. In the sense, you have to, give money to the church, or you have to do this, more work-based kind of thing. And so Catholics were kind of became the overpower, like the Pope and everything. And so they were more, in fact, it became so ritualistic where the priest would come, perform, and it was more of the rituals than really saying, okay, who the Jesus is, do I have to accept him? But they said, no, no, no. And there was this thing where they started selling these paper, like sheets, where you can write your sin. And if you write your sin, they will pray and the sins will be forgiven. And so this was kind of like a business.
Yeah, I think I heard that as well.
And so
Priests
Martin Luther, those days, this is in the like early, yeah. So he said, no, what you guys are doing. Hello, how are you? Good, good. Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice
Please
to see you.
enjoy tea.
Yeah.
And so, and so he stood up and he said, hey, this is not right. You guys are making
Martin Luther
business.
King
Yeah,
was,
not Martin Luther King. This is
Senior.
Martin Luther. Yeah, this is very. Martin Luther was here, right, in the 19th century. This I'm talking the 17th century. And so he said, no, what you're doing is wrong. You cannot cheat people like this. You cannot say, who can forgive sins? Only God can forgive sins. And so he came up and he was so bold. He hanged 99 theses and he said, these things you're doing wrong. And so he protested. So he protested against this, and all those who followed him became Protestants. Protestants. And so now, there are so many divisions. Unfortunately, probably if Jesus Christ came, he'll say, why are you having all these divisions?
Like
But
the supreme authority of the Christianity is like the Vatican, right? Or
see, that is
just
why.
for the
See, that is
Catholics?
that the Catholics.
Only for the Catholics.
So Protestants, they have again denominations: Baptist, Methodist. In India, you have Church of South India. You have all these things, and so there are different kind of everybody. Based on one particular verse from the Bible, they say, okay, we want to follow this. Like the baptism, Baptists will say we need baptism. We have to get baptized, which is once you accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, then they dunk you in the water. It is what happened inside. You're just showing it out.
Mormons are also Christians, right?
Yes, that's another kind of group where I think it was, Michael, one guy kind of had this vision and he was asked to, by some angel, appeared to him and they said, you have to start a new kind of religion. And so, Mormons. So they are very different. They have their own Bible, so to speak. They have their own rules and regulations, and even the church building looks very. It's called the Latter-day Saints, Church of the Latter-day Saints.
Latter-day Saints.
So there are different divisions like that. But two main, Catholics, Protestants. So everything else.
And like
Good question.
Jews,
Ah.
they are also from they split off from Christianity or what?
Yes, the Judeo-Christian movement, again, now Jews were the people, and in fact, Jesus is believed to be a Jew. So he came, and as you see, they rejected. The Jews were like, no, we don't want you to be the king, or have you come to become the king? And they crucified him. So it was Jewish people
So
who
the people that crucified Jesus, they were Jews.
Yes.
Weren't they Romans? Didn't Romans?
Yeah, Romans, but it was them who kind of kill him, and so because it was a Roman kingdom, Rome was ruling.
Yes.
So in fact, they were the ones who had the cross. Said, okay, there's something, and this was foretold several hundred years ago.
Are you
And
talking
these-
about like those guys that they were present? They came before the birth of Jesus.
Yes, they came, and it took several years, and probably 2-3 years, and Jesus probably would have been a toddler. But they came, and they gave him those gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Gold?
Now, gold, frankincense is something that they will do it for deity, like the incense,
Okay.
like smoke thing, and myrrh. Very significant gifts.
Myrrh?
Gold, myrrh, M-Y-R-R-H.
Y-R-I-S.
Yeah, myrrh. It's bitter perfume. It's perfume. So usually myrrh is used to embalm dead bodies. So very strange. Why did they give him gold? Because he was the king. Why did they give him frankincense? Because he is God. Man, he is 100% God, 100% man, which is very difficult to understand. And then they also gave him this myrrh, which is perfume, which is actually saying, you are going to die, Jesus. So right from the beginning, they gave these 3 gifts. Now wise men still seek. So my thing is seek. You know, you continue to pray and say, God, if you're true, show yourself. So one of our friend Ravi, he recently he actually lives in New Jersey. So I was asking him, what is your experience? Because I like to learn religions. You know, I've studied Islam, I've studied Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism also. And so I said, how come you say now you're a Christ follower, Jesus Christ follower? He said, I've done a lot of research. There is no one in the history where they died and they've come back alive. If somebody died and came back alive, I would believe it. And so he said, I've done all my research. I didn't want to believe everybody. And so he doesn't also like to be called a Christian. He says that's man-made religion. But I'm a Christ follower. I know that this God, man, came, he died, he lived, he died 2,000 years ago, and again he came back to life. Because he says he's done all the research where, you know, all the major founders of all the religion. Buddha has a tombstone. Muhammad has a tombstone. Everybody has. They have a burial place.
Where is it?
It is in Makkah or somewhere in Arabia. I'm not very sure. See, all these people have, but Jesus doesn't have. So he died, but there's no place because Bible very clearly says he came back to life. So Ravi, my friend, he said, this is why I am now a Christ follower. So he says, don't call me Christian, but I'm more a Christ follower.
क्या बात कर रहा है तू?
बता रहा हूँ मैं सब।
क्या बता रहा है इनको?
तो जो मेरे 69 फॉलोअर्स हैं ना, प्लीज़ अनसब्सक्राइब मत करना और अपने भाई बंधुओं से सब्सक्राइब करवा देना। चलो बाय, पीस।